Good morning, everyone. It is 9 o'clock on a Monday morning. This is what Monday morning looks like. This is what Monday morning feels like. And it is time to get into Monday morning here live on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. It looks to be a beautiful week here in Chicago where I live. A beautiful summer opportunity to get out there and enjoy yourself and get to work with the door open, make some money. There's so much going on. And I'm excited that you spent a little bit of your week, whether you're watching right here live right now as I am speaking, or whether you are seeing this later in the week on a replay. This is the Monday class, and it lives on all week. This class will be up and accessible and available and alive, so to speak, until Friday. That's the way the format is working now. So far, the feedback has been really good. People have been kind of loving it, and the response has been positive, so I look to continue it. And if you've got comments or thoughts about it, I welcome you to reach out, get in touch, connect with me on all these good things. So topic of the week is the customer service triangle. We're going to dig into that a little bit. We're going to unpack what it's all about, what it means, and how it applies specifically to the world of professional haircutters and haircuts and our customers and all the great things we do every single day on a daily basis. There's so much other things going on this week. Tomorrow, we got an unboxing video. That's right. Our friends at JRL have sent us something really cool and exciting. And tomorrow, live on the web, we're going to crack this guy open. We're going to find out what's in that box and learn all about that. That will be on IG Live, and the link for that will then be shared elsewhere on the web here, so we'll do that. What else we got going on? Big sale item this week. Big Red blending comb. You guys know about Big Red blending comb? If you don't know about Big Red, you got to get a Big Red, and you got to get one this week. Never before have I had these on sale like they are now. 33% off. $8 a piece. Get yourself a half a dozen so you got them in the sanitizer. But this is the ultimate men's haircut blending tool. It tapers from a 4 to a 3 to a 2 like that, and you hold it at an angle. If you've seen me demoing this, and there's a great demo video on my IG Live in the Tools and Equipment series that really showcases how quick, easy, and beautiful it is to use a Big Red to blend your classic tapered men's haircuts. So you want to get a Big Red blending comb this week because they're on sale. The sale will run through midnight on Friday. So if you don't have one, this is your week to pick one of these up. So let's get started with our educational content for the program for today. As you know, we always start with $100,000 Haircutter. The book, paper, video, or paper, audio, and download and digital are available, so you want to jump on that for sure. July 13, day 194, 171 days remaining in the year. No holdbacks. No holdbacks. We've changed the name of this. It had a previous name, but it has been brought to my attention that the name we used to use for this discussion can be offensive to some people, can be a problem. So we're just not using that name anymore. We're calling it holdbacks. What's a holdback? A holdback is holding a customer back at the old haircut price when your price goes up. We're only 13 days out since July 1, Raise Your Haircut Prices Day in the USA. I hope everybody went up. I hope by now we're 2 weeks into it. Nobody's said a word. You're happily taking newer and bigger money. It's a big success for everybody, and I hope you're a part of that success. But the idea for today in $100,000 Haircutter is the notion that when the price goes up, it goes up for everyone. No one, I'll say it again, no one is held back at the old haircut price. Everybody up, no exceptions. And the important issue of this is you do this, we try this because we think we're doing something nice for somebody. by holding them back at the old price. But the truth of the matter is, we create bad feelings, we create resentment, we lose track of what we've been doing, we start to resent the clients that are still paying the older haircut price, and as a result, we then serve them with less than our best efforts. And bottom line, the people you thought you were doing something good for, in the long run, you're actually doing them a disservice. So no one is held back at old pricing. When the price goes up, everybody goes up. No holdbacks. That is your $100,000 haircutter tip of the day. 365 days plus a bonus week plus 2 additional monthly focused topic chapters. Go for it. Pick up the book. Go to ivanzoot.com and get your copy. And I got to tell you, thank you very much to everybody who has been buying the 4-pack. That is $100,000 haircutter plus 100 by 100 and big and bigger. That 4-pack has been moving quite nicely. Thank you very much. During this pandemic time, during this time when things are tough out there, I think people are looking for help and support, and I want to be that source of that. And that 4-pack is a dynamite way for you to get some help to build and grow your business. Okay, let's get into the topic of the week. The topic of the week is something called the customer service triangle, and it's been around for a long time. I think I first saw it in the form of a sign hanging up on a wall, and for some reason, although I don't remember where I saw it, in my head, in my mind, I seem to believe I saw it at a print shop, a place that did printing stationery, business cards, flyers, you name it. And the customer service triangle looks like this. It's a triangle, and it says price, speed, and quality. Price, speed, and quality. Pick 2. And the idea behind the customer service triangle, traditionally, as a marketing concept, is that as a customer, and remember, from the customer's perspective, and I think this is really important because when I posted some teasers for this class, and I posted some things on Instagram about this class, if you go through there and you look, a lot of barbers were saying, well, I'm going to pick quality and price. A lot of haircutters said, I'm going to pick quality and price. And by that, I think they meant they wanted to deliver high quality and they wanted to charge a high price. And that's not what this customer service triangle is intended to mean. That's not the way it is applied as a customer service issue. It is applied from the perspective of the customer. I am the customer, and I want to buy from the store, the vendor, the merchant, the service provider. And as a customer, I am seeking certain qualities in my transaction. This is the traditional interpretation of this. Now, guys, stick around, because I'm going to address this also from the service or the goods provider's position with a slightly different take on it. We're going to look at it from the other side. We're going to turn it around. We're going to flip it over. We're going to look at it from the other side. But as a customer, you say, I want it cheap and I want it fast. Or as a customer, you say, I want it good and I want it cheap. Or as a customer, you say, I want it good and I want it fast. See where we're going here? And the idea is, you can, as a customer, you can only reasonably expect to have 2. You can't expect to get all 3 of these. And I posted again, look at my Instagram, because I posted again, if it's going to be cheap and it's going to be fast, it's probably not going to be good. If it's going to be cheap and it's going to be good, it's probably not going to be fast. If it's going to be good and it's going to be fast, it's probably not going to be cheap. See how this plays? Do you understand what we're trying to share here? The idea that as a service provider, you can't serve every element. Or can you? We'll talk about that. And as a customer, if you expect something to be good and cheap and fast, that may represent an unrealistic expectation in a competitive marketplace. So that's the idea behind it, the pick two. That as a customer, you can pick the two that are important to you. You're probably not going to get the third. So that's the basic idea of the customer service triangle. Now, let's flip it a little bit. Let's flip it around as a service provider. And of course, because that's who we are and what we do, we're going to look at this in the context of haircuts. Because that's what we do. We're haircutters. We want to be big, busy barbershops. We want lots of new customers. And we want to be $100,000 haircutters. So we need a strategy. We need what we'll call a go-to-market strategy. Many times I refer to this as a USP. That is your unique selling proposition. It's the answer to the question, why should I let you cut my hair? It's the answer to the question, why should you be my hair cutter? Why, of all the hair cutters I can pick, do I pick you? So I'm going to state first that I think when we flip this concept around and we look at this concept from the hair cutter's perspective, from the perspective of the service provider, I think this really helps us define our marketing, define our position in the marketplace. Who are we going to be? Who do we want to be? We can be, as a business, anyone we want to be. And I think that's an important element of this, is recognizing in haircutting, there are hair cutters who focus on quality. That's their focus. There are hair cutters who focus on speed, volume, moving them through. And there are hair cutters who focus on price. I want to be the low price leader in my marketplace, perhaps. I think it's important that we recognize that any of these three, speed, price, or quality, are perfectly okay. We could get in a car and we could go on a field trip in the greater Chicago metropolitan area, and we could visit haircutting establishments that are price-driven, or quality-driven, or speed-driven. And what I think we would notice would be that all three of these focuses create busy businesses. One of the best pieces of information I have for you today is the idea that there's a customer for everything out there. I've said, specializing, that our industry is more highly specialized than it's ever been at any other time in our history, and that if you are everything to everyone, you are nothing to anyone. I love that expression. I love sharing that expression, and I specifically love the looks on people's faces when they think about that expression, when they let it stew in there for a little bit, and then when they kind of get it for themselves, when it clicks and they go, okay, I see how this relates to me. But the good news is, to restate that, the good news is there's a market for every one of us. There's customers out there for every one of us. There's 328 million people in America, guys. We are not short of people to purchase our products and services. We just need to find the ones that are the best fit for us. So the customer service triangle, pick two. You're operating a shop. Now, when we talk about price, speed, and quality, we talk about where's your focus. What are you going to market or drive? Are you going to advertise, promote, and market that you are a quality haircut opportunity? Are you going to advertise, market, and promote that you are a cost-focused? And cost-focused in this context doesn't mean I'm charging more. It means I'm charging less. Am I going to drive to keep my price low to make me available to not only a large number of people, but specifically the people that want to shop this characteristic? And what about speed? Where does speed rest? Quick service, get them in, get them out, or speed on the other side? Because I think every one of these can be viewed from two sides. Am I focusing on price as the low price leader? Or am I focusing on price as the high priced exclusive provider? I don't think either one of those choices are a bad choice. I think those both can be a good choice. What about speed? Am I focusing on a low speed, relaxed, calming, service-oriented experience? Or am I moving them through? I think those are both okay. They're different. They will appeal to a different customer, but they're both okay. And lastly, quality. Am I focused on delivering extra high quality haircuts or service experiences? Doesn't even have to be the haircut itself. Service experiences, or am I treating that quality as secondary to other elements? And I think right there we get a little bit of pushback from some haircutters going, wait, who would not want to do quality work? Get out of your own head. There are people out there buying haircuts for whom the quality of that haircut is not as important as you might think it would be. Good is good enough, so to speak, that the difference between good and great, between good and excellent, from a haircut perspective, is not as critical a choice for some of our customers. I know that's a lot to wrap your head around. That's a lot for a haircutter to embrace, that there are clients who aren't as focused on quality as either we might be or we might think them to be. And again, guys, it's so important to accept that's okay. It's like running an ice cream store. You know what? You got vanilla, of course. You've got chocolate, I hope. You got Rocky Road. You got chocolate chip. You've got pistachio. Guys, I don't like pistachio ice cream. And vanilla is boring to me. To me. But you can't run an ice cream store without vanilla. And while I happen to be a big fan of Rocky Road, my son has a nut allergy. He can't eat it. He doesn't want it. It'll make him sick. Nothing wrong with the Rocky Road, but it's the wrong item for that customer. And we're in the same situation in the haircut business. You want to put out flawless blurry fades, and you got a guy that just doesn't care. He's a different kind of customer, and that's okay. So the notion of pick two as a way to focus your marketing. I want to be inexpensive and quick. Can I run that haircut business? There's a guy here in Chicago where I am. He's got at least 4, maybe more shops. They're big. They're busy. They're low price. And boy, does this guy crank the volume. He's got a very good, very successful business. You as a hair cutter might look at his business and say, I don't want to work there. His shops have like 40 chairs, and they're all filled. He's had no problem finding 40 times 4. That's 160 hair cutters in the Chicago area that look at his business that is cheap and quick, and they say, I can make money with that. Nothing wrong with that, guys. It works for him. Now, I started out in the business in what at the time was probably one of the nicest and most expensive day spa salons in the Chicago metropolitan area. I was a shampoo girl. I was an assistant. I got a chair. They were expensive and really, really high end, really good, high quality, really, really great work. There was no room there for Speedy Gonzalez. There was no room there for somebody who just wanted to crank them out. They were expensive and they were good. They had like 40 hair cutters, just like my low price friend. They had a waiting list of people to get in to work in that shop. They had a waiting list of clients that wanted to be clients or customers of that shop. It works. It absolutely works. So it's about that pick two concept whether you're the client or customer doing your shopping, trying to find a place to serve you, or whether you're the service provider defining your market. The customer service triangle, pick 2. Now, for the next piece of this conversation, I had a comment yesterday on Instagram from somebody, and it was very interesting that the comment came yesterday when it did, because it was at the exact same time that I was thinking through this class, thinking through my plan for this class, thinking through the content of the customer service triangle discussion, and I was reflecting on the idea, is it possible to do all 3? Now, the commenter on my Instagram remarked that I have a YouTube video on this subject in which I state very clearly, I take the position you can't do all 3. You gotta pick 2. That's what it is. And I think that comment in that way holds up, stays true from the customer perspective. But I think I want to look at it a little differently from the haircutter perspective. And maybe this is just me expanding my thinking. Maybe this is me growing a little bit. Maybe this is me being willing to reevaluate a position on something. Because I will tell you, next week's topic of the week is a topic. You know, I have this list of topic of the weeks, and I don't have them tagged to specific weeks because I wanted to leave open the opportunity. This is why I don't publish it well in advance. I wanted to leave open the opportunity that when something comes up that's very timely, when something comes up that's very in the moment, I wanted to be able to do it the next week so that we can talk about it when it needs to be talked about. And this is an example. Next week's topic of the week is something that came across my computer screen this morning. I saw a comment and a post on a Facebook page that is operated by a friend and an associate in the business, and I saw some engagement and debate about that subject. And I am not too proud to tell you that I read through everything on the subject and I decided to change my mind on that subject. And that's going to be the topic of the week next week. I'm allowed to change my mind. You're allowed to change your mind. You know, I think right now across America, especially as it relates to issues of racism, prejudices, and unfair treatment of various individuals, I think a lot of people are opening their mind up to the possibility that they might have been wrong about some things and might have done some things differently in the past than they want to do them going forward. And I think people are changing their minds about it. Other people are digging in hard on ideas and beliefs that they have, and that's their right. But I think there are a lot of people right now that are maybe reevaluating how they think and feel about things. I think not only that is a reflection of what's happening in the Black Lives Matter movement, and I'm included in that. Even today's topic in $100,000 haircutter was absolutely a reflection of that situation, in that today's topic had a name that I have chosen to change because it was brought to my attention that the previous term for this, through no deliberate through no deliberate intent, there was no intention to be offensive on my part, I can tell you that. There was no intention to mistreat or marginalize anyone or any group, but times they change, and attitudes change, and approaches change, and thought processes change. So next week, the topic of the week is an area about which and it's very specifically coronavirus related. It's related to the changes we've seen in our business, in our marketplace, and in the way we transact business and serve customers. Coronavirus has dictated some changes, some of which I believe are permanent for the very long haul of our industry. And so I'm changing with the times. Hey, I reserve the right to change back if down the road, for some reason, it is revealed or proven that I was incorrect. It wouldn't be the first time I was incorrect, and it probably won't be the last. So what I want to go back to here, that's for next week, is I want to talk about the customer service triangle, and I want to talk about the pick two notion, and I want to address the idea that can a service provider pick three? Is there a sweet spot? Is there a, I use the phrase alchemy to refer to this, and I forget what term the commenter used yesterday, but is there a secret potion? Is there a way in which you can balance price with speed and quality? Is there a magic spot where the three of these come together and you can offer high quality at a reasonable pace at a fair price? And I think the answer to that is yes. I think what this will look like, how this will feel, boots on the ground, is very different in different parts of the marketplace. And I think what we'll call it is a lopsided triangle. Let's see if I got a piece of paper here and I can draw what I'm thinking. As I think about what I'm drawing, I want to draw what I'm thinking. I want to draw a lopsided triangle. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go like that. I've got myself what I'm going to call a lopsided triangle. Now I'm going to get a fatter marker out here so this looks a little meatier when I show it up there. Try to make the lines straight. They're a little wiggly. And let's take a look at how the focus will be. Q, S, P. And I'm going to put in the middle of this the 3. I'm going to call it the lopsided customer service triangle. And by this I mean we're going to try to focus on the 3. In this case, the bigger emphasis, where the point comes out, this looks like your regular triangle over here, and then boom, quality goes off over here. High quality. I want to do really, really good work. I want to respect people's time, and I need to be paid fairly for my work. I'm not going to gouge. I'm not going to overrun the price of the marketplace, but I want to find a really high quality perception, and I want to work efficiently, and I want to charge fair, good money. Could you do that? Could that be your marketplace position? I think it could. Let's look at another variation on that. Let's look at this one. Again, lopsided triangle. And we're going to lay it out this way. I'm creating these live and in the moment for you guys. So they're not quite what they would be had I prepped them in advance. There you go. There's another take on your lopsided triangle as it relates to the customer service triangle. So what we have here is we have speed as our primary focus with quality and price. We want to be serving busy customers. Maybe it's working moms. Maybe it's business people downtown in the financial district. Maybe it's a shop that's in the suburbs in a strip center attached to a train station where people are coming and going. We want to be speedy. Convenience. I'll put convenience in with speed. We're probably going to be a little more expensive, and that's okay. That doesn't mean we're too high or too low. And we want to do good work. So could this be another interpretation of that? That we are, again, respecting the triangle concept, but applying it in a way that has us asymmetric. We have, and I'm going to go all sophomore year high school geometry on you, equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle. What's that one called? Oh, I'm trying to come up with this one. It's not isosceles, it's not equilateral. All three angles are different, all three sides are different. If somebody knows, put it up in the comments. By the way, this is why I don't do geometry. I do haircuts. This is why I teach people how to build business. I don't teach math class. What's that triangle called? Equilateral, isosceles, and I know that one's an acute angle. Over 90, I think that this backside's a reflex angle. I forget what that one's called. All right. Something says obtuse, but I don't think that's it. And let's look at the third option. We put an emphasis on quality. We put an emphasis on speed. And now we're going to go to the P. We're going to put the emphasis on price. And how do I want to lay that one out? Let's do that one. Let's see. What would be... I know what kind of triangle I want to draw. And let's see what it would look like as an interpretation. Okay, let's look at it a different way. Okay, and let's put S here, Q, and P. Okay. Boy, in the moment here, my drawings are crappy. When I prep these things before class, they're so much better. All right, wait, I got to put the 3 in the middle. All right, this is my interpretation of this. Now notice what I tried to do was I tried to make the S, the top, shorter, and the Q and the P even. Price and quality, de-emphasizing speed. That speed's not going to be important. This might be a day spa. That might be the formula for a day spa concept. We say our speed is deliberately going to be slow. We're not going to focus to deliver efficiency, but we're going to deliver a quality experience, fair price, but a little pricier. I think we're addressing all three of these. I think we need to. I think one of the big morals coming out of this story, or one of the big lessons from all of this is, as a marketer of haircuts, doing business in the marketplace, while the customer focus is pick 2, as a business person, I think we need to acknowledge all three. I think there's more than one way to skin the cat, so to speak. So we're going to talk about this more throughout the week. Guys, remember, as far as format is concerned, Monday is this class. Tuesday is the blog post. Wednesday is the meeting, live meeting online. Link goes up in my Facebook groups. Thursday is the video that goes out via the email list. If you're not subscribed to that, go to my website and sign up and subscribe to that. And Friday is the audio post. Friday is where we talk about it live online on a audio post, pre-recorded, but where we talk in a blog audio format, podcast format. So that's your customer service triangle. That is your class, your information for today. I look forward to conversation on this. I'm available throughout the week. All you got to do is ping me through any of my messaging formats, including on my website at ivanzoot.com using the Ask Ivan function. So don't forget, get yourself a copy of $100,000 Hair Cutter. Remember, Big Reds are on sale all week this week. That's the item of the week. And we're talking about changing our perspectives, interpreting the customer service triangle, and possibly putting a little bit of a modern interpretation, adaptation, or spin on the subject. ivanzoot.com is the website. I look forward to seeing you throughout the week. I look forward to hearing from you throughout the week. And we'll be back again next Monday with the topic of the week class. And all week, we talk about the topic of the week. Get out and enjoy the weather. Get out and enjoy your summer. Don't forget to wear a mask. Don't forget to maintain social distance. Wash your hands. All the stuff that continues to be important as we move through the evolution of this pandemic situation. Thanks for being here with me online. Have a great day.